Hey everybody, it's me, Captain Dan, and welcome back. This is going to be episode number 5 of the Minecraft Workshop. That's right, and if you remember in the last episode, I made some really good headway starting the house. In this episode, we're going to finish it. That means putting on the roof and doing exterior decoration, and maybe if there's time, a little bit of the interior work as well. I've got a whole plan of what I want to do after this thing is built. I don't want to tell you too much about it yet, but I think it's going to be fun, and yes, of course, it involves diamonds, it involves the nether, it involves all of that good stuff. So I'm glad that you're here, and thanks everybody for all of the great comments and thoughts that you've been sending in. I appreciate it very much. And while you're here, be sure to like and subscribe. It's the best way to tell YouTube that you're here, and it's also the best way to tell YouTube that you should show this channel to other people, which is great. I mean, I want to build the channel. I want to have as much fun as possible with this. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, and you know what? Makes a big difference. Thanks to everyone who's done it already. Let's get started. We've got a lot to do. I'm going to have to use dirt to climb up and down as I build this. That's fine. It's really not a big deal. Dirt, you can use cobblestone. It doesn't have to be dirt. In fact, I probably will just use cobblestone since I have so much of it right now to build, and then you just got to get rid of it as you go. So we're done with oak for a while. I don't even think we're going to need any more oak, but we are going to need a bunch of spruce and a bunch of cobble, because that is what our roof is going to be made out of. Now, I also want to point out, you can see how frequently I need to eat. That is because I'm eating just these baked potatoes. And later in the game, you're going to see that we are going to be getting a much better setup for that. All right, I have made 84 for this roof. I don't think that's going to be enough, but that's fine. We'll just come back and make more when we need it. And going to need a bunch of those offhand. I'm not sure how many. So let's just make a bunch. Probably let's do half a stack. Not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. We'll do all of it. We'll do all of it. That's fine. It's beautiful. It's fine. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to have one of the roof peaks here and then mirrored on the other side. The roof will be going across straight with some interesting architectural details inside of it. I mentioned there's going to be a chimney up over there, and this part here is also going to have kind of a peak arch type thing over there. But I also, for this, am going to need to make at least a handful of slabs. I got 64 slabs ready to go, so that's going to be perfect. And yeah, let's get started making this, because this is the fun part for me anyway. The roof is the fun part. When you start on a roof, again, you've got to climb up somehow. And right now, instead of doing it with dirt and having a shovel, I'm just gonna do it like this. Later on, you'll see that there's a better way to do it than what I'm doing right now. But this is how you make a roof. Now, what I'm doing is I'm doing these sort of alternating steps, and you want to do them. I think I need a total of 3 levels for the height, because I don't want this roof. You know what I'm going to do for this build? What I have in my mind is I have the idea of this very chunky sort of a build. I don't want the roof to be too tall. I want it to kind of be almost like a chunky, fat roof. That sounds like really, really cool for this build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that come and stop right there. Ouch. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then when they come across, they'll meet in the middle at a lower point. It's going to look boss. Trust me, this thing's going to be built like a tank. This is going to be the most amazing build that you've ever seen in your whole life. No matter how many Minecraft videos you have seen, I don't care. This is going to be the best one. Now, if I had bamboo, then I would be able to use scaffolding, and scaffolding is much better to build with than using like cobble or dirt to build up. But it doesn't matter whether you use cobble or dirt. You're not going to be happy no matter what. it's going to be horrible until you get that. Now, bamboo changes the whole game. Oh, now you see how I'm not falling off? Like, how am I doing that? People always stop me in the street and they say, how are you doing? How are you not falling? You hold down the shift key. Now, the shift key, it makes you crouch like that. But when you're holding down shift, you can't fall off the edge of anything. So if you're ever doing like precarious work, you just hold down the shift key and you're not going to fall. It's nice, huh? Fancy, handy, good to know. Today I learned. So you just have this alternating pattern. See what I'm doing here? And then, let's see. I might have even done this. I might have done this right, which would be a first. Okay. And that's gonna change everything. And then, oh yeah, you know what I'm gonna do for this? I'm gonna do this style right here. Yes, this is good. Now, yes, this is better. Look at that. Look at that. A little detail like that. Look how cool that looks on the roof right there. All right, and so now we basically just need to go back and do the same thing on the other side. All right, this is our sort of chunky boss roof. I mean, would you just look at the craftsmanship, look at the design, look at the way that it just looks amazing. I love it. Okay, now we're not done. We are going to extend the cobble all the way around this entire front, as well as doing some fancy archwork on the back. So let's do that one first, since that's the least finished. I don't think that these trees are going to be able to stay. I can definitely work with them here for right now, but no, they're going to have to maybe go and get moved back. That's okay. You know my philosophy. I always like to, if I can, I like to preserve nature, and so that's my goal, is to preserve nature as much as possible. I wake up every morning and say, how can I preserve nature in Minecraft? For this roof, I think I'm even going to do it just a little bit shorter. Ouch. Even just a little bit shorter than original. Because I like this. I'm liking this chunky boss roof. I think it's going to look amazing. You're just going to have to trust me. Yeah, and you'll notice that this one is a double. In other words, it's 2. The middle point is 2, which is fine because we have an even number on this side. So all we're going to need to do is that. I think, I mean, if I do this, that could be something. Oh yeah. Okay. See? Let's see. You just need to be patient with me. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. Look at the way they tie together. Look at all of this. This is going to be beautiful. This is going to be the best house and roof that I've ever built. All right, now we have all of the cobblestone parts of the roof done, and it's looking really good. Now we just need to come back in and fill it in with the spruce, because the roof is going to be spruce. That's right. So we've got our oak walls, spruce beams, and then a spruce roof for the most part. Now, I did mention again the architectural elements that are going to be part of the roof, and that's true. We are going to have those, but I put them in later. That's right. When I start doing something like this, like a roofing project, I will always come back. Actually, let me climb up there from outside. I will always start with something that is simple and then add complexity and details to it later. You can always come back and do this kind of thing. But now you're just going to fill in these with the same shape. Now, one thing I didn't do is I haven't gotten my planks, which we're going to need in a minute, but that's fine. We can come in, we can put all of these in right now, and we can come back later and do the planks at the end, because right now we've got a bunch of this that we're going to need to do. And that back arch there, which is looking so cool, is going to need to connect with a very simple kind of connection. You'll see. But see how there are now planks, so we can't put in any more of the regular roof on that side? It's no big deal. That means go to the next side. We start here. Perfect. So now you're going to see how I connect these two different roofs together, because they have to, they have to look good. They have to look good. That's the whole thing about building stuff in Minecraft, is you don't build it to look terrible. You build it to look great, right? And so what we're going to basically be doing is we're extending this small roof here into the shape of the main roof right here. And then we can come back and make that look really good. So actually what we can do is, since it's a bit lower, that other part of the roof, we can extend this one all the way across. Make one contiguous roof there. And the same is true for this part right here, since it's going to be going all the way across. Beautiful. You didn't see that. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't it look good? Doesn't it look good? It looks great. I think it looks great. Oh, nice. Oh, it just looks good. Looks good. It's a nice look. Told you that this was gonna look good when I was done with it, didn't I? Uh-huh. And you didn't believe me. You didn't trust me. And that's what I'm saying. This is a game of trust. Minecraft is a game of trust. It's true. You have to believe. You have to have faith that what you're doing is going to work. Because if you don't, you'll never succeed. You have to have that leap of faith to say, you know what? I know what I'm doing, even when you don't. So now we've got a beautiful roof line. Look at that. Look at that chunky boss roof there going all the way around. Look at these clean lines. This is a professional house. A professional builder must have built this, I think. This is maybe, yes, everything is looking just the way I want it to look. Now, what about these open spaces? What am I going to put in there? I am going, a lot of the time, in the past, I probably would have put more oak up there. But this time, I think I'm going to do a combination of the stone and the stone brick in those spaces right there. I think that's what we're going to do. I definitely need to smelt up some glass, though. We do not have any glass. And of course, you make glass by getting sand. And in this case, we don't have any sand at all. So right now, I'm off to go get some sand. All right, so now while we are building other things, I'm going to chuck this sand. I'll do a half a stack, and we're going to start making some glass. Now, the thing is, we're actually going to need to make glass panes, not straight up glass, and that requires a bit more glass. But you'll see, it's probably not enough that I've made so far. But we're going to do a combination of andesite, stone, and stone brick. Oh, let's do another furnace. While that's happening, I'm actually going to go and carve out some more stone, cobble actually, because I've got a little bit more to do. That is gonna need some cobble, and we are gonna be out once we've smelted up all of that stone. Now listen, I'm gonna show you something I found down here while I was mining this out. Listen. Hear that? There's a lot of spiders somewhere. You hear that? And I don't know if they're above, seems unlikely, or below, or if there's like a spider spawner in here somewhere, which would be pretty cool. We're definitely going to need that string for a lot of projects coming up. Where are they? It's creeping me out. I'm going to go for a whole, maybe 2 stacks of cobble right here. All right, we've got our full stack of cobble. I think that's enough for right now. And back we go. All right, we've got our glass panes now, so we can at least put those in and see how they look. Later in game, when you get a fortune tool, once you put the glass in, you can't get it out without breaking it. So I try not to waste it. I try to make just the amount that I think that I'm going to need and not waste it. And usually I fail and I have to break it, and it hurts. It hurts my soul to have to do this. But did I make the exact amount of glass that I needed? Oh my God. See, I meant to do that. I'm a total pro. I meant to do that. But see now, this house, we've got civilization. We've got civilization. And remember I mentioned that I wanted to do some of the stone brick up here, combined maybe with a piece or two of cobblestone and some andesite and some stone itself. Yeah, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about combining different kinds of stone and putting them into place here. I think it could look really cool. So the main piece that you're going to see in here is going to be the stone. That's going to be the main, component in here. So that's going to kind of like, yeah. And you can chuck some andesite in there. You see? And you get this really nice kind of combination of different stones and things like that. And I just think that looks really good, especially when you chuck a couple stone brick in there. Oh, it just looks so cool. Now watch, I'm going to show you how good this looks. I didn't do any cobble because the roof is cobble, and I just don't think it... No, see, too symmetrical. Can't have it. OCD triggered. see what I'm talking about. Look how good that looks. Look how good that looks when you mix those different textures in there. I think we've got enough time to do this before the mobs start coming. Then we can start work on the inside and refining that. But I think, actually, I take that back. We're not going to do that this episode. We're not going to do that this episode at all. Even in the dark, I think this is going to look good. Even in the dark, it looks good. Let's get into this bed before we mess everything up. And did you think I was done with that? I'm not done with that. There's one more piece up there that I think is going to just look perfect. And I think I need to make a few more slabs. I think that should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. That should be enough. Because what I want to do is I want to put a line going across on the bottom. And I think that's just going to finish this thing off and make it look like amazing. This will be like the best. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about right here. You see? Now we're going to do some more decoration in there. Don't give up on me yet, Dad. It's going to be fine. Oh, yeah, come on. I'm telling you, it's all about the roof. It's all about the roof. If the roof looks good, then your house is good. I declare it a success if it looks good, and we definitely want to have those going across. That makes all the difference in the world. That makes me like it. Before, I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But then with this, ooh. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, that is tough looking. I hate it, but these trees are going to need to go. I'm sorry. You can put in new trees later, guys. These guys they're too close. They're too close. It's that simple. And I think maybe this tree could stay. So remember how I explained that you've got to get rid of the leaves or else the tree doesn't know that it's dead if it's touching the leaves of another tree? Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Really takes a toll on your axe, though. It feels like a waste. All right, no more touching. No more touching. I neglected to fill this space in, so let's do that.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
This is looking really good. So now what's left? We've got our glass. Well, we've got to make some doors. Let's do that. And then on the inside, oh, see? You see? Okay. I think all of this is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for you to see. Oh, yeah.
It sound right, boys.
Now it is time to make a couple of doors, and if you want to see what the recipe is for a door, that's the spruce door right there. It makes 3 of them. You don't have a choice. You don't need to want 3. You're gonna get 3. You're gonna get 3. And there's different ways that you can install doors. And you know what? This seems like super basic, but I'm going to show it off anyway because it took me a while to figure this thing out. So if you place the door facing this direction, right, it opens in and it is flush with the exterior of the house, right? It seems straightforward enough, right? If you place it on the inside, it will be flush here and it will open out. See the difference? And the difference is important because it's going to change how the doors look from the outside. A lot of people like to set the doors in like this so that it gives, yes, although this is flat here, when you're looking at the doors, it has a nice inset of depth. A lot of the time I change it. You know, I'll look at it one way and I'll think, that looks better, and then the other way looks better, but who knows? So for right now, I'm just going to leave it like this, and maybe if you see it different later, it means that I got bored and fed up with the way that it looked and decided to change it. Now, I am going to be doing a little bit of exterior home decor now, a little bit of decoration. We've got a lot to do. I'm going to put beds, flower beds all around the sides here. I also need to install a chimney and some decoration up here on the roof. And I think that is probably the thing that I should do first. So in order to get this done, one of the things that we need to do is we need to make a different kind of trap door. That's right. The kind of trap door that I want to make right now is an oak trap door. So if you don't know the recipe for something, but you know what you want to make, again, you can just type it in there. And isn't that nice? And there's the trapdoor there. And I think I'm going to need a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6. At least 6. Yeah, there's the trapdoor. And there you go. And you'll see in a second what I think I'm going to do with these things, because the first thing that we need to do, if you remember, I said, and you know what, we can leave those open. I said that there was something fun that I'm going to do right here. And in fact, I wasn't lying. We're going to put a chimney in, and it's going to go right there. And then it's going to lead down here to probably like the smokers and the furnaces and stuff like that, because you know what? They've got a lot of smoke coming out of them. So again, because I do not have scaffolding, and I really wish that I had scaffolding. I really should have done an episode where I was just out going to get scaffolding, but I didn't. So this is nice actually. You get a nice view of the whole world. So chimneys. I have to tell you something about chimneys. They're not exactly real. I know. But a lot of people do chimneys, and then when you go in inside of the house, there's nothing like leading to them. And I feel like, maybe it's fake, but there should be some kind of continuity. There should be something there that makes you feel like it's actually functional in some way, I think. So to top off this chimney, of course, I need a campfire, and you're right, I could have made that while I was down there. That might have been smarter to do that, but it wouldn't have been as interesting if I had already made a campfire. Now my concern, by the way, is that this chimney is going to be a little too tall, but I'm kind of liking it. These are just trapdoors. When you put a trapdoor on, you can open it or close it. And by putting them around here, this is a trick everybody uses to make a nice looking chimney. Because look at that. Isn't that nice? We got a working chimney now. Now you're saying, wait a minute, I thought this was supposed to be brick. Yeah, I would love to do this brick. But you know what? Right now, we don't have any brick. And we need clay to do that. We need to have clay. We don't have any clay. But alas, that is all we have time for in this episode. It's already been a little bit of a long one. And next episode, I'm going to be finishing this roof. I'm going to be decorating the entire exterior of the house, and then start some exploration and interior decoration to get the stuff that we need. So that's it. But that's all that we have time for. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like and subscribe. Best way to help the rest of the world find out about this channel, and I would love to keep doing these. I would love for it to grow. So it's on you. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your friends, and until next time, it's me, Captain Dan. See you again soon.